I stumbled upon a video of a huge influencer on this app with 1 point something million followers. And some of the comments were like, so are you going to talk about Palestine? Are you going to talk about Congo? Are you going to talk about Sudan? Are you going to talk about Yemen? Are you going to talk about what's happening in the world? And I want to make something very, very clear. If you see these people talking or not talking about these topics, not boycotting certain places, not taking a political stand, or not speaking out politically, they have already spoken out politically. You just haven't seen it yet. Because I want to make one thing crystal clear. There is no such thing as being not political. You can never not be political. That does not exist. It's a privilege that people like to have. They're like, oh, I don't really care about politics. Because we think, oh, politics is discussing who is sitting in the government, who is making decisions. And as much as that is very much part of politics, politics is your mindset. Your mindset is always political. And human rights are not debatable. So human rights and the fact that we do debate whether or not a genocide should be stopped or not by a ceasefire is, I lack the words to say. I lack the word. Outrageous, terrible, inhuman, pick one. So when you see these influencers, they do not care. They don't care. And there is no benefit of the doubt in that, because they are on this app. They are seeing it. I get that the algorithm is different for everybody. I get that. But there is no way in seven hells that you do not know what's going on in Palestine, what's going on in Congo, what's going on in Yemen, what's going on in Sudan, what's going on around the world. You know, you just don't want to speak out because you don't want to pick a side. Meanwhile, you've already picked a side by not picking a side. And that's very simple. Because like I said, there is no political neutrality. It's either you're on the wrong or the right side of history. There is nothing in between. You cannot be a middle. You can't be neutral. You can't be neutral in times of genocide, in times of neo-colonization. It's either you are on the side of the oppressor, which makes you complicit, no doubt about that, or you are understanding what's up and you're on the right side of history. There is nothing like, oh, I'm not sure whether or not I should be pro-Palestine or pro-Israel. Because if you're pro one, you're against the other. So there is no in-between. It does not exist. So when you're asking these influencers, I get why they are being asked, because they absolutely should be held accountable, because with such big platforms, they have a voice to speak out, and they have a voice that they should be using for the right thing. But they don't. And while they don't, they've already given you the answer you want. Asking them, are you not going to talk about it? No, they will not. They have given you the answer. They don't want to talk about it. They don't care. They do not give a flying fuck if people are unalived in thousands, in 10,000s, in hundreds of thousands, as long as their money is coming in through your views. So as much as I understand wanting to hold people with huge platforms and therefore a huge influence accountable, we need to understand that no answer is an answer. So you do not need to go around to ask these people about their political standpoint when they've already given us the answer. They have shown us that they do not care. Stop wasting your time. They are not going to speak out. And if you're putting pressure on them, and trying to get an answer out of them, it's most likely not going to change that they will not respond. Because they are privileged. They are even, in most cases, they are a lot more privileged than the average person. They can just off their phone and they won't be seeing your comments anymore. It's not going to make them speak out. It's not going to make them talk about it. Just now, I saw a stitch of a mutual of mine with the influencer buying a $4,000 Apple, that new Apple swimming glasses that everybody is now talking about. People don't care. So while global Global outrage has been happening. Starbucks lost $11 billion. People are calling upon for boycotts of Apple, of McDonald's, of Starbucks, of certain companies that are funding genocides, both in Congo, in Palestine, in other parts of the world. You, with all your platform and all your influence, went to do an unboxing of an Apple product. That's an answer, babe. That's the answer you are looking for. That person just did you this right in the face. I don't care about Palestine. I don't care about Congo. I just went to buy a $4,000 Apple product and I'm showing you that this is what I bought. That's your answer.